I got this video recommended to me, and frankly, I just really want to watch it. Because I haven't seen this before, and it kind of just looked interesting to me. So let's take a look at this, guys. I think this came out a while back, but I just never got to see it. I think it was back when Classic released.
I don't think I knew what we were making as we were developing WoW. I didn't know what all the systems in this game were supposed to be. All I knew was that we were building something huge and amazing and beautiful.
Yeah, 2019 Classic release was hype.
When I was hired onto the World of Warcraft team, I think it was under the title of 3D artist.
I was hired on as an associate quest designer.
So I joined World of Warcraft as one of the original first 2 quest designers. It was myself and Pat Nagel.
My name is Patrick Nagel.
Yeah,
I started working at Blizzard.
Wait, is that Pat Nagel? Oh shoot, he's the fishing guy. Oh, I didn't know he looked like that. Cool. He's real. A lot of the NPCs and stuff like that are like named after like creators and like not like content creators, but like creators of the game, right? And like friends and stuff like that.
In 1997.
That's cool.
My name is Tom Chilton, and the first game I worked on here at Blizzard was World of Warcraft.
Damn.
Woo!
All right,
Here we go. Look at this.
Dude,
Anixia,
I
buddy.
like how they set up like a LAN party.
End of the play session?
Yeah, we got this.
Do I need to go back?
Vaguely remember.
What is this template thing, and do I need to worry about
That's
it?
funny.
You guys did work on this.
It's the worst.
You never forget your first thing, as it were, that you add to the game. You just don't.
I can't say I really remember.
The first quest I made was Kobold Camp Cleanup.
Bingle's Lost Tools, or I believe it's called Bingle's Missing Supplies.
I feel like, man, I really should have remembered that.
So the very first thing that I worked on and added to the game was some of the earliest quests in Westfall.
Oh.
We had a few things in game. They were like these really old buildings that somebody else had built, and it almost looked like they had just pulled them out of Warcraft 3.
I think they kind of did.
And so I started working on the Goldshire Inn.
You
Oh,
deliver some
okay.
mail to a sheriff. So that's what we're doing right now.
Are you reading the note that Marshall McBride gives you?
I think I wrote it.
You probably.
Dude, I think I wrote it. Man, it must be so crazy leaving like a mark on a big game like that, though.
Probably in all caps with crayon.
That's cool.
The way that we went about it was interesting and very naive because we didn't know what we were really making.
Yeah.
We had an idea of what we wanted to make, but the reality would become clear as we got into alpha.
Like the whole,
That was the way some of the development on that project went. But the team was just so...
Bro, why does that dwarf look so... He looks so small. Wait, what the hell? That is... He looks funky. He looks like he's like squished or something. That's crazy seeing Booty Bay like that, though.
The team was just so into everything that we were doing. We were so passionate about it that sometimes
Gamers
you would just come up
making
with an idea and you thought it was great and you would just do it.
Working
so
on a
cool.
lot of different things at the same time was, of course, a challenge too. There were the talents, there was the class design, there was the auction house, there was PvP, there was...
It kind of pisses me off seeing a hunter in the full Herald set. I won't lie. Like, it kind of pisses me off a little bit.
like a lot of different stuff going on at once.
I think it was the first time I've seen a group of human beings so singularly motivated and passionate about anything in my life.
I think they really just wanted to make a massively multiplayer role-playing game that they wanted to play. And I mean, that's what I got, you know, from it, and that's why I wanted to join.
You guys remember when we had to do these quests? I literally freaked about this because I was like, it was one of my first like you must do this, and I'm like freaking out, and I'm like, it's got to be amazing. And so like, I'm gonna name this guy something awesome,
like Guzu. That's a sick name for a human male rogue, dude.
Fucking Isengard.
right?
It's like Isengard and strategy.
That's a sick
Everybody's
name.
planning. We are planning our WoW Classic experience right now. And so we're trying to decide, do we want to be Horde or Alliance? You know, I was always the main tank. My wife was the main healer.
Like, imagine going into World of Warcraft for the first time back in 2006 and then choosing Alliance. What an absolute pussy. Dude, what is that? Alliance? When you got orcs, tauren, trolls, and undead, and you're like, I want to be a human male warrior. Come on. No, man. Pick an orc or a troll or something, man. Are you joking? Come on.
Want to do that again, or do you want to switch it up?
Ironically enough, I
want to be Aragon. Okay, dude.
Some of the same like considerations about what character class to play. Like, all those same questions that were bubbling around in my head 15 years ago, or bubbling in my head again, and there doesn't feel like there's an absolutely right answer, which is probably a good sign.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to go through the Dead Mines with them as well.
Oh,
I mean,
shit.
it was like, I think it was the first dungeon we ever made.
Really? Dead Mines is actually a goated dungeon. One of the best dungeons, unironically. Even though it's an early level 20 dungeon, man, it's so well made. It's so good.
We ever made. It had a great story.
Yeah.
We are waiting for you.
You're in the dungeon.
Yes.
Oh, wait.
Well, not
No,
You
we
can
are
see,
Okay, yeah, we're.
This is the public.
Oh, oh, Jeff's going.
They're
I went the wrong way.
five-manning the quest.
How did people ever figure this out?
It's kind of bittersweet to think about playing the game again, because there was something so special
Yeah.
when it launched. And
I wasn't a part of all this like this, because I was like 8 years old or something like that. So I didn't do it like that, right? One day my mom just came home and I had like the thing and I could play it, right? But I think she bought it for like my older brother or something like that. And then I just got to like piggy bank off of his account, right? I didn't really have my own account. So I was like, you know, I got to play when my brother was not playing and wasn't home, which was like very rarely, okay? So once in a while, once in a blue moon, when he wasn't home and he, you know, and he wasn't playing the game, then I could play for a little hour or two, man. And eventually, I got my own computer when I was like 12, I think. I got my own computer. It was like I spent like all the money I had on buying a computer. And I finally got to play games by myself. And I had a little glass table with a slide-out keyboard tray. By the way, never get a glass table, okay? It's not worth it. It gets so dirty so fast. It is the worst idea ever. But I had a glass table with like, I think it was just like a little slide-out desk underneath. And then eventually, a few years later, my brother moved out and I could have his like old desk, basically. It was like a big wooden desk, basically.
I can only hope that as I play it again, it can reignite that sense of exploration and discovery and the sense of the unknown.
And at some point during gameplay, it's like, whatever that initial thing was that grabbed you the first time 15 years ago, it just kind of grabs you again.
I need heals. I need heals.
I don't have it. Oh, you're going down.
Oh my god.
Dude, thanks to the pillagers, man.
There's the pillagers.
Yeah.
I still feel like so much of the magic is here in the game, and I wasn't actually expecting that. Yeah, how much it holds up, and how much of the things that kind of drew me into the game are still there.
Yeah, true.
Wait, did you guys get the sheep? What do you mean?
For me, it goes past the playing, the nostalgia that
That's
you
a
get
little
of
bit,
playing the content, and it takes me to another time of a younger me and a different mindset even.
I remember during development, the first time that I took a Griffin ride.
This guy,
And I'll never forget that experience of realizing that everything that I was flying over was real and connected, and it was
must be so surreal.
World for me to explore.
I go back to a quote from Chris Metzen.
Oh.
Chris always said that the main character of World of Warcraft is the world.
Something that WoW Classic had that was so important to the original experience was sense of world.
Yeah.
You had to run everywhere, so it really made you think about travel and pacing.
And they made sure of that, man. Whenever you do a flight path, oh yeah, you gotta fly all the way.
Reasons WoW is so successful is that the world itself really draws you in, and there's so much character, especially in those early zones.
True.
There was so much creative energy and passion that it made up for some of the inexperience sometimes. Everybody on the team so ardently desired to create the coolest possible thing that they could.
Damn.
And every day we went into work and we poured our heart and souls into the project. And I think that's the reason it came together and into the game that it is today.
Just gamers making games, dude.
Such a degree of fidelity that millions of people could potentially, many millions of people could potentially come and play this thing.
Crazy.
That really changed us as developers, changed us as a company.
I'm really excited. There's going to be a bunch of people who've never played World of Warcraft before. They're going to get to experience pretty much somebody a generation before them did and have that magical moment.
I mean, I think we should keep it hard like this, and the people who want to do it, it's just going to be a really fun way to play WoW.
I think there's something to be said for going home again, which is something that we don't get in our lives on a normal basis. I think that's a special and exceedingly rare thing to be able to do, and I think that WoW Classic gives those people that opportunity to experience again what home feels like.
I don't know. It was an interesting little video. I just saw it recommended to me. It's a little bit of an older video. They released it back when Classic was just about to come out. I never saw it. It come up in my recommended, so I wanted to watch it with you guys. So yeah.